All right, folks, welcome to Hindsight. In today's episode of Hindsight, we're going to be talking about the case of India Ali and James Baker and how this Instagram blind date went wrong. Of course, we've got our host of the show, Sensei Buddha, and co-host, Mr. Suave, and I'm Beat Physicist. Welcome, folks, and let's get started and talk about this.
Suave here. How everybody doing? Good, fellas?
Hear you loud and clear.
I'm good.
Feeling good.
Buddha Sensei, you good?
I am good.
All right, good. Good to have you back, brother.
Rip Van Winkle is awake.
Hey.
I got into the punch. That's okay.
Yeah.
So shoot, fellas, let's get into it. What we got, Wayne? What we talking about even more? Break it down a little more for the listeners.
Well, basically, what you got is a blind date gone wrong, via social media, Instagram, aka IG, the younger generation.
The gram.
The gram. Got this blind date with what Mr. Suave previously referred to as a thought. And for those who don't know, thought is an acronym that stands for that hoe over there. And I was also updated by Mr. Suave that it also stands for those hoes over there or something to that effect.
That hoe over there, these hoes over here.
Right.
Like I said, it's just another term for a nicer way to say it, I guess, for the millennials.
So, in the story, the media portrays this as a sweet young lady going on a blind date. They have a nice time, have a couple of drinks. Of course, alcohol is involved. They get to the hotel room, and then she wakes up, pool of blood and vomit, calls 911, has to stay in the ICU for about a week because the dude allegedly beat the brakes off of her. And for those who don't know what beat the brakes off of means, is she took a really bad beating.
She got them hands. She got them paws put on her.
Oh, boy. And, of course, we don't condone that. But, of course, this story, Mr. Suave said that, there's three sides to every story. One person's perspective, the other perspective, and then the truth. And we're just here to talk about the truth and what we can learn from the truth.
This is the truth from what we see, and a lot of these accusations, they are facts. She did get beat down. I might be laughing, because it's just unfortunate that it happened. So I'm not laughing that she got hit. That's unfortunate, but there's certain circumstances to me and my humor might be a little fun. That's all. But like Beat Physicist was saying, and like Sensei Buddha was saying, the media was saying this is a date. Sensei Buddha was saying, was it really a date, or was it like set up that they're not really telling us, like an escort service? Wait, right, Sensei Buddha?
Definitely, Mr. Suave. We're getting, because Dwayne had sent me the Beat Physicist had sent me the video. It was a follow-up video, and come to find out that she was offering some type of escort service to Mr. James Baker. Now, if this had been set up from the beginning of the date, or did this happen during the date?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Now, the way the media had portrayed Miss India Ali, it would appear that she was a hard-working woman, which I'm sure she is in whatever field she's doing. She had a nice little red car. The guy, allegedly, Mr. Baker, in the end, had stolen her car. That we know for a fact. We do know for a fact that Mr. Baker has had an extensive criminal record. Now, here's the thing. Both of them are very popular on their Instagram accounts. She's known as an IG model, and he's supposed to be known for his looks and all these other things. What I did not like with the media was, did they just go to Miss India Ali first? or did they withhold back other vital information? Because when they hear it from her side, she said she didn't remember going up to the room with Mr. Baker. But in the follow-up video that I had received from the physicist, not only did she know what was going on, she allegedly took a bottle and hit Mr. Baker while he was asleep. So if you're assaulting somebody while they're asleep, this now is a genderless situation. If you're attacking someone and you hit someone with a bottle, allegedly, as they sleep, and they wake up swinging and fighting you, from her part of the story, she alleges that he, Mr. Baker, was supposed to pay her for services rendered.
And I'm just going to go ahead and assume that these services were sex.
Yes.
Or sexual acts.
Yes. Because unfortunately, in this follow-up video, they had text that was basically screenshot. And it said that this woman, she doesn't do anything unless payment is involved. So that's a very bad situation, and especially if she's assaulting a man while he is asleep. This is not to say that he's an honest, good guy, because you don't beat people down the way that he beat this lady down and then allegedly take her wallet and allegedly take her car. They GPS the car. They had the tracking system. They later caught up with the gentleman and got Miss Ali's information back. I can understand you getting up and you're defending yourself and you stop somebody from harming you, but immediately he should have, I'm telling you, he would have been in a better off position if he would have called for security in the building or called the police himself.
Okay, we're still on air.
Men, no matter how this plays out, we're going to get blamed anyway.
Oh, okay.
And this brings me up to another point that we consider, since we're in the digital dating age. For men as well as for women, do we need to have for ourselves security specialists to come and shadow the date? If you are a man, it would be reasonable to say that you need a female specialist because for some reason, we as men get into court, our credibility automatically goes down. They love to take the woman's side. They're not sometimes concerned with truth and justice. They only want to take the woman's side. So if a lady is coming for a digital date and she, for some reason, is not able to obtain background information, because I'm sure if she had hired a private investigator to check Mr. Baker out, she would have found out about his extensive criminal history. She would have found that out. And if Mr. Baker knew, if she had implied saying, hey, look, I'm going to come out with you and have a good time, but I need you to pay for these services. I need you up front. If she did that up front, then in my humble opinion, him being, he was wrong. Because, hey, man, if you're going to deal with somebody and it turns out that she's offering something completely left of what you thought, because the way they had the video portray them, they just looked like a nice young couple hooking up and going to do what grown folks do. But now we're seeing it's completely flipped, and it's not right. And in cases like this, we suggest that the media must get both sides of the story, even if it's dead wrong. You got to hear both sides of the story, and then for the readers to determine themselves. Because I'm telling you, with him being hit with a bottle, if they had gone to him, they would have found that out from day one and say, now, wait a minute, you gave us this story, but this man is saying you hit him with a bottle. That would have been found out, and this would have squashed the story right there.
Okay, if I may jump in, Sensei Buddha raised an excellent point about having a chaperone on a date. Now, this is interesting because this is what hospitals and doctors' offices do. If the doctor is male and the patient is a female, they'll have a female nurse come in and during what we would call sensitive procedures, so that there's a witness, there's somebody there to adjudicate the situation, if you will, if things start to maybe go left or go someplace where it's not supposed to go. So that could be a solution right there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now let's jump back more into this onto the media side of it, of the video and everything. Now, if you watch, you know how the media portrays it. You know, they show them both, and they're both on the gram. They're both taking videos. They're both having fun. They're both uploading little clips for the social media world to see that they out having a good time. From all the drinks they're having, to the taxi cab or Uber, whatever they were in, you know, they just show two people out having a good time doing their thing, right? That's what it shows. Now that first news clip, and like Sensei Buddha said, it was portraying the gentleman in a different way. And they said, oh, this young lady named India Hari, Instagram model, she's doing her thing. She went on an innocent date, and you can clearly tell here, they showed a video clip of them having drinks. She's having the drinks, and you can clearly tell she's drunk or very inebriated. And the gentleman, James, is, you could tell he's just quiet, silently looking at her like an evil stalker predator. You know, and I'm like, wait a minute. How did, you know, you don't know how this man is when he drink. You don't know how anybody acts when they drink. So like I said, not to justify anything he did, but why did they already portray her as the darling, and he already got shot down as the, you know, so, you know, they're playing with your mind already that, all right, before they even bring him into the fold, now he's the villain. Now he's the predator. Now he's the, you know, the woman is the nurturer, and this man, he's the attacker, you know? So, you know, they do that subliminal there. Like, if you watch the video once, you're like, wait a minute, let me replay that again. Oh, I see what they're doing. So they already beaten his character down before he was even there. So, you know, then all the events that led up into the hotel room, that was supposed to be a private and personal thing between them two, but obviously it wasn't, because he put them hands on her, and that's, you know, that's something that we don't never condone, no hands on a woman. I mean, sometimes a woman want to throw hands like a man. Sometimes you might get hit like a man, but I mean, that's might be a slap or backslap. You know, it just depends on the energy you have that day. But to be an excessive beatdown like she got, I mean, she must have not hit him hard enough with that bottle, allegedly, if that's what really happened. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. Because to me, I've been hitting the head with a bottle before, and it hurt. But it was like a beer bottle, so I didn't go down. But I've seen other people hit the head with a bottle. It might have been like a Hynde bottle. They didn't come back up from that. And because also, as Sensei Buddha could point out, depending on where did he get hit in the head, he wouldn't have woke up. That could have been a death blow also.
Yes, it undeniably could. Great point, Mr. Suave. Great point, beat physicists, that you both made. That could have been a death blow. So we don't know if he was really asleep. We don't know how viciously, allegedly, that Miss Ali attacked him, because she could have just kept swinging in a fit of rage. We do not know. And he was just defending himself to the best he could, but he hit the woman so hard that they said that her brain shifted. And that's why she ended up vomiting. And again, we never ever condone violence for anybody to ever strike, hit, or beat a woman, as well as for any woman to go ahead and strike, hit, and try to assault and beat a man, unless, of course, she's defending her life and he's defending his life. And even though he's a career criminal, he was defending his life. If it's true that he was asleep and then all of a sudden he's feeling a bottle strike him in his head, allegedly, you know, we just don't know. So when it comes to some type of dating like this, yeah, you're right. We don't. It just, when it comes to this kind of dating, you need to figure out how to vet somebody. And yes, you're going to have to make it a double date. You're going to have to make it something where it's very out in the open, and you guys can test each other, talk with each other. You know, I think we're going to be moving very quickly back into the age of the gumshoe. People who are detectives.
Wait, what? What?
Old school term, gumshoe. That was what they called it.
Yeah.
Remember that television show?
Yep.
Remember that detective show called Cheaters? where the woman or the guy, they suspected that this significant other was cheating. And, hey, man, they had my man, well, what was his name? Mr. Jose? He was the brother, was the coach, brother. It was him and his team. And it was a debacle, to say the least, especially because then they would go, okay, Jose's ready. Oh, and they would go right into the restaurant, straight up and down, and then they would confront the person who was cheating.
Oh,
Cheaters. But you know what would be a good idea, and I know homeboys of mine. People do have some success with that online. The homeboy married his wife, and I call him a cat nigga, because she the breadwinner, So I said, you're an ugly ass dude, and you winning right now. You lucked out. But my pops met his my stepmom. After them, he met them online, and they together now. So people do get some success. You do get lucky like that. But they told me what they used to do before. They used to tell the person, hey, I'm meeting at this spot in this shirt, and then they come in another shirt or with another car and just scope the person out, see if they came solo. And that could go both ways. Or even one time I said, hey, Suave, man, can you just be in this, just sit here, walk by, and see, I'm looking for this person. See if you see this person, see how they looking. If I'm getting catfish, the term now, catfish would be, it's like you're gonna meet Suave and Dwayne pops up. You're gonna meet Dwayne and Suave pops up. You're gonna meet Buddha and Dwayne pops up. She's like, pretending to be one person and not the other. That's the catfish terminology. I've done that. I've seen that happen. And some people have like, hey, that's not who I was supposed to meet. Hey, we're gonna peel out. And that, that also implies to people who buy and sell stuff on Craigslist. Just to throw that little idea, that little thing like that. But I know a lot of single people can do, for a couple bucks. I mean, you spend $40, $60 on a bottle of liquor. You could pay like $20-$30 and do a quick online background check on somebody, and it's that simple. If you're really interested in that person, that simple. You could go LinkedIn or LinkedIn, something like that. There's so many. You just go on Google and search anything. You could get like the basic public records of somebody if you know their whole name, and there you go. But she was so caught up in I'm an IG model. I got some followers, because it's all about the follower world. Homeboy looked like a broke Floyd Mayweather, and it's true. Because Floyd Mayweather worth maybe almost $1 billion. So this dude he ain't never gonna touch that in his life, and he's a career criminal. That's public record. That's not allegedly. That's public record. So it's like not to say that felon or a criminal can't turn their lives around, but he just had a string of some things like this. That's like a red flag, or like, hey, I'm gonna need you to chaperone me, or just it's gonna be a 2-on-1 for the whole night, just in case. I don't know.
Oh no, you're 100% on point, and especially when you said that a friend of yours said, look, check this person out for me. I want to see who they are or what they claim to be. This is entering into doing backgrounds. This is into shadowing.
We're losing you on the mic there, Sensei.
Can you hear me now?
It's a little low.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Hear me now?
It's a little better.
Okay, sorry about that.
Wait, we're losing you again.
Okay, I just raised the volume. Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just that it's a little low. But go ahead. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, again, this is where services for security executive personnel need to come into play, because Mr. Suave was a gem. Take $30 or so, go on and do a background check on the person if you really think that this is the person. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I mean, you're going in and out. Okay. Keep going with your thoughts, so we can hear that.
Okay. So you need those type of executive protections personnel or close protection personnel, so that if you're not 100% sure, these people can check them out and even affect an arrest or get in contact with law enforcement should this type of a date turn ugly. As a rule of thumb, no matter how much the urgency is there, you can't just go and bed down with that person for the first night, unless it's a simple fact, you go to a swing website or some other kind of website, and that's what the website.
Whoa!
Hold on. I mean, Dwayne might be saying whoa for one reason. I think I'm saying whoa for another reason. Be physicist. So why are you saying whoa? Hold on, what's going on? Go ahead.
Nothing. Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay, well, I'm saying whoa because I'm not. Hey, we don't hope. If two people want to meet up to do the damn thing for one night, they damn well please can meet up to do the damn thing for one night. As long as this kind of stuff don't occur. Whatever floats. I say how they say in the South, whatever floats your boat.
Yes, and especially if it's between mature people. If you know they're going to do that, this is what they do, and they go to a place to meet and they do their thing. That's a wonderful thing. But you're talking about a first-time meet, and it's for the man as well as for the woman. Both of them are taking a big risk. And as a matter of fact, in one of our later stories that we're going to be covering, there is a situation where a man went to date a lady, they pulled guns on this brother, and they shot him dead. She set him up too ugly. They set him up too ugly. We're definitely getting into that because I got to just. They got him with the hokey doke. She set him up. They said we're going to go on a date. It was in her car, and then when she drove to a specific spot, I guess that it was more than isolated enough. Her people, they came out with the guns, man, and they did my man in. They did him in.
Dirty.
Did him extremely dirty. So now this now raises the question that if you don't have a car, or if somebody says, hey, this is cool enough that you can come and pick me up with your ride, what kind of a risk are you taking? Because it's not your vehicle, you're not behind the wheel. They can drive you anywhere. So it's going to become one of those things where you're going to have to get in your car, follow them. Again, you're going to have to keep yourself in a very public place and really get to know each other physically. I really know the heart of a person, and or get to learn the heart of a person, in my humble opinion. But you got so many actors and actresses that are out here that it's just a very sad situation.
Yeah, that's true. We do got a lot of actors out here. I mean, but sometimes we should with India and Ali and James Baker. So I guess in hindsight, the takeaway of that, I guess we can all put our little spin on it, what we think in hindsight of what it is about that. I just think if you're meeting up with somebody like that, do your research. And don't get fooled by the wordplay, because anybody could speak a good game on a keyboard and not really be that same person in life. So, just do your research before you meet up like that. It's unfortunate, and this brother do need to be brought up on charges, because no matter what she did, you can't do I'm not even gonna say a female. You can't just do a person like that. It's uncalled for. And you might be able to get away with self-defense, but the injuries are way too excessive to be self-defense. I don't want to go there, but unless you like in the South and you just gonna say I'm standing my ground and shoot the damn brother, and then you just cleared all charges. Buddha, what you think?
No, I totally agree with you. This is the first type of a situation. I'm glad that we're covering it, where the hindsight is it's not even just having physical martial arts skills and attributes. This is a research, just like how you said, Mr. Suave, it is a background check and a big preventative measure for a close protection or executive protection, or maybe even doubling up on the date. Say, hey, you bring another friend. I got a lady friend of mine. Stay right here in this open space, this TGI Friday Red Lobster, where everybody and their mother can see us. And then from
going back to the hotel.
I know. It's going to be hard for that. You're going to have to do a vetting process, and you got to research people. So I mind researching people, you can get the best possible information that you can to say, okay, this person's a good person. You know, this person, I can deal with this person. But this is very interesting because this wasn't just a self-defense situation, because allegedly if the woman started it or if the gentleman had started it, allegedly. But for him in the end to steal the car and take her stuff and leave her in a very bad physical state where she could have died or been paralyzed or crippled, that is pure apathy. And without a shadow of a doubt, I hope he has a nice long stretch in jail.
If I'm right, she could have drowned on her vomit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, her brain shift that she was throwing up, she's got some situations now that she's going to have to, you know, deal with. And like I said, if he was defending his life, I can understand it. But you take away the bottle, you pin her down, and then you call for security, you call for help. But he, you know, you have to be such a cold individual to beat somebody the way that this gentleman did allegedly, and then steal the vehicle because they caught him in the car with the vehicle and her information and wallet and credit cards. You know, that's why we advocate for martial arts and also for understanding lawful use of firearms. You're dealing with people here that are 2 pickles short of a sandwich, brother. They just
What?
It's bizarre stuff. Yeah, they're 2 pickles short of a sandwich. They're not all mistakes. When we talk about the martial arts and martial arts training, remember, we're really trying to tell the civilian, myself included, who's a civilian, is that we're trying to have you best prepared to deal with a maniac, male or female. These people, think about it. You got to be psychotic to walk up into somebody's home. You got to be psychotic to beat somebody, steal their money, steal their car, and not think you're going to get caught, but that you can get away and have a depraved indifference to somebody. You know, you're not up there. They're not all upstairs. They're not correct. That's why we do our training. These are some things that what we want for the listener to think about. Give us some emails. Give us some feedback. If there's certain questions that you feel that were not addressed, please send them to the podcast.
Okay, where can they send these emails to, Sensei Buddha?
That can be sent to me. I'm at David Bunch. That's DAVID BUNCH 1968 at symbol gmail.com.
Or just on the comments below. You can people respond that way also. And that was I like hearing that. Deep physicist, what's your hindsight? What's your hindsight in this situation?
I think that when you had said it before, when you go out on a date with someone, it's a first date. I don't think there should be any alcohol involved. Your judgment doesn't need to be impaired with someone that you really don't know. So, I mean, it was good that she was, I think she was keeping in touch with a friend. She was updating the pictures on social media. So there was sort of a
digital imprint.
Yeah, there was a record, of what was going on and what was happening. The only thing I think could have made things worse was the alcohol and the alleged services that were rendered. So there was the pretext was based on some illegal activity or some illegal transaction that was allegedly supposed to take place that didn't or went south. So when that happens, and you get this type of debacle. So yeah, no liquor on the first date, no drinking on the first date.
Nah, I just want to throw out there. I know you said it's a legal transaction, but at the end of the day, don't we always end up paying for a snatch?
Oh, wow, Mr. Suave. Oh, he took it there. Oh, boy.
End up in some way or another end up paying to get that.
I think this is where we should thanks for listening, folks. Mr. Suave's views are his own. They're not necessarily that of hindsight.
Entertainment purposes only.
And with that, we will end today's podcast. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you next time.